Morning. Well, morning. Normally eat before a ride, but this morning's going to be relatively short and pretty intense. So Dan's got a VO2 session for me today, which is basically throwing up really short hills. Heading over to Mossman to meet the guys. Those kind of hills are at 2, 3, 4 minutes, so it's the perfect length for that sort of thing. I hate these rides. This is where actually riding with a group and having a team makes a massive difference, because I just wouldn't bother if it wasn't for having mates to go meet. Speaking of which, very few occasions when I wouldn't eat before a ride. These VO2 sessions are one of them. Normally always eat bowl of muesli, banana.
That's very pro.
First VO2 session, Bo, thoughts?
Oh, that's a log bust of that last one.
So did you breakfast before?
Yeah, 4 weeks and a half. Yeah,
That's an error. That's an error. Oh, you'll be feeling that in the guts.
Like a biscuit sort of? Yeah.
Yes. How are we all going different ways? Where are you going? Thanks, guys. Probably the shortest and most intense session I've done in a couple of months, which, you know, is quite funny considering state championships are this weekend, but it's just been the nature of me in the last couple of weeks and months. Tough session, really tough session. The key thing I find with those is to just make sure that your riding between the efforts is super easy, because you are trying to get out those big efforts. Onwards with the day. Good ride. Like I mentioned this morning, didn't eat before my ride, which is rare for me. Normally I eat before rides, basically because I just wake up starving, and the thought of going out starving is just not an option. Though I have found in the past with these particular rides, like these 2-hour, you're just doing really short, hard efforts that, number one, you feel like throwing up after 1 or 2 of them. You kind of do that anyway. And the other one I found is that obviously that kind of training makes you ravenous for food afterwards. So I found last year when I was doing these, I'd had my breakfast, I'd go out, I'd do these, I'd then be starving again, so eat more, and eat throughout the day, and at the end of it, you'd probably overeaten. Anyway, we'll see. I asked a lot of the guys this morning what they tend to do. It was pretty split amongst the group between eating and not eating. And please do not take this as dietary advice. This is merely me telling you what I do. I really want to stay away from any of that kind of chat. Building sites, eh? Polos. So we've got the polos and the bottles. I am keen to get both of them up on the website to give everyone a chance to get involved in that and check if they're any good. And then I'll put them up on the website. Actually, let's try one. I'm no mush, but pretty happy.
We just didn't adjust to the race one.
Yeah.
If that race didn't have that breakaway, we're on the podium.
It was just too big. We needed to have more in there. Oh well. And I looked, and this weekend is just going to be so different. Like, totally different.
I think especially after last weekend, people won't want to let people go. You do better with a bit of load going into races. So I'm not a big fan of loading up the day before, 2 days before. Yeah. I'm happy with adding a little bit of load and then just keeping the legs. Saturday, I'm happy for you to drop that below endurance.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to do a ride with Liz on the Saturday, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
But cool. get a good hour of endurance in.
Yep. Okay.
As well. It's more to keep the legs ticking over and keep a bit of fatigue in the legs that Saturday one.
Legend. Alrighty.
Yeah?
So slightly shorter one today. You can probably read between the lines, a lot going on with finishing the pre-sale, getting the orders in for everyone. So that's kind of where I've been at for the last couple of hours, days to be honest. We're heading down the south, finishing with state championships on Sunday. I am really keen to do this little wheel shootout between the 202s and the borers. And whichever one we decide, we'll run on Sunday. It's gonna make no difference to my result, but it'll be a bit of fun along the way. Kids will be down there. Haven't been much kids lately, has there? There'll be more kids.